Hello everybody, my name is Markiplier, and welcome to Slay the Pringle. This is such a type of game Markiplier would play. This game is Markiplier coded. What if I just turn around and leave? What if?
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
Okay, fine, I'll go to the cabin and slay the princess. Ugh. Maybe I'll slay her, maybe I won't. The only thing that matters is where I'm not going. The cabin. I'm not going to the cabin. I'm actually pretty okay with the world ending. I relish the coming of a new dawn beyond our own. Gonna go walk in the opposite direction now.
There won't be a new dawn if the world ends. There'll just be nothing forever. Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong. Better to wash our hands of this whole situation than to take part in it. Ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about. That's strange.
There's a cabin on the opposite side,
looks like
of course.
This path also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
Turn around again and leave again.
You're really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever.
Like, really, really dies. You're not emotionally blackmailing me into doing this. Good, maybe everyone should die. It's what they get for dumping me in the woods and asking me to kill someone for them.
Stakes and consequences aren't emotional blackmail. They're facts of life, and if you had an ounce of maturity, you'd understand that. But fine, you turn around and trek back down the path you came.
Is there any path that doesn't lead to a cabin?
If you look at that, you're at the cabin again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing its best to bring you to your fated confrontation with the princess.
Oh yeah? Well, I guess I start walking in a different direction. Again, in fact, I'm just going to keep trekking through the wilderness until I find a way out of this place.
There's always a choice. Let me tell you right now that you're making the wrong one for pretty much everyone who has ever lived, as well as for everyone who ever will. And here we go. As you trudge into the woods, something strange starts to happen. At first, it's little flickers out of the corner of your eyes. Glimpses of familiar wooden structures through the leaves. But as you focus on your surroundings, you start to realize that those flickers weren't just a trick of light. In every direction, there is a path and a cabin. And not just a cabin, the cabin. An infinite fractal of paths and cabins desperately trying to draw you back to where you need to be. Wait, what's going on? But you're too stubborn for that, aren't you? It doesn't matter how many paths or cabins appear around you, you're just going to do whatever you can to shirk your responsibility because you care more about irritating me than you do about the fate of the world. You've doomed us all, you know that, right? But of course you do. Otherwise you wouldn't just wander off into the forest in search of certain death. You lose track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness.
Why are there chain sounds?
It's not like any of that time spent lost in the woods really matters, because it isn't long before the world ends and everyone dies.
There's a chapter 2 after that? I thought that would just be an ending.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Those walls weren't here last time. Oh my god, there's walls! If I can't run away from the cabin, then I'm just staying here in the woods forever. You aren't kidding. She actually ended the world last time, didn't she? What the hell is she? You can't just force me to go to the cabin.
What are you talking about? I'm sure those walls have always been there. It makes sense if you think about it. If there weren't any walls in the woods, someone might have gotten lost. Or, heaven forbid, someone other than you might have stumbled onto the princess. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
Someone other than me?
I think it's more fun if he knows what we're thinking. He's like a captive audience.
Hell yeah, voice of the contrarian, let's go.
He might have walled off everything but the path to the cabin, but I'm sure there's plenty of other ways we can ruin his day. If by ruining my day, you mean ruining everyone's day forever, then yes, I suppose there are plenty of ways you could pull that off. The world really did end last time, didn't it? We should be careful. For all we know, we just got lucky. The world hasn't ended yet, and you are never going to slay her with that attitude. Stuff those pathetic little voices to the back of your mind and stay focused on the task ahead.
But I died. The whole world ended. What am I doing here?
I can assure you that you're not dead, and that the princess has yet to end the world, otherwise you wouldn't be here. And to answer your question, you're here to slay the princess. I literally told you that a second ago. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
He always says that.
I don't know. I think it's more fun if he knows what we're thinking. He's like a captive audience. He might have walled off everything but the path to the cabin, but I'm sure there's plenty of other ways we can ruin his day. If by ruining my day, you mean ruining everyone's day forever,
You already
then
said this
yes,
stuff.
I suppose there are plenty of ways you could pull that off. The world really did end last time, didn't it? We should be careful. For all we know, we just got lucky. The world hasn't ended yet, and you are never going to slay her with that.
Yep, okay, heading to the cabin now, where I'm definitely going to slay the princess.
You know I can tell when you're lying, right? Please take this seriously. I am begging you. A warning before you go any further.
The walls.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her.
Quite the simulation we're in.
Don't believe a word she says. If we're stuck going in there, maybe we should believe her. Maybe she isn't a liar.
Okay, this time I'm gonna try to,
He's just
actually
being
kill her and not
difficult for the sake
hesitate.
of it.
And surprise her with it.
Let's keep an open mind.
So as we saw in the last episode, she has some kind of beast in her.
The cabin interior is
She got that dog in.
A confusing patchwork of many cabin interiors, all projected across what's almost the same space. But it's all shifted. An inch here, a foot there, such that the seams are never quite visible enough for the place to make any sense. The only furniture of note is a plain table, its legs all the wrong lengths, its material devoid of feature. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. If he wants us to take it, maybe we should just leave it to collect dust, or better yet, grab it and throw it out the window. What good is a knife against a world-ending monstrosity anyway? No, we're taking the knife. Have you seen this place? We have literally no idea what to expect and no idea what we're dealing with. I've already told you what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a princess. How many times do I have to explain this incredibly simple and straightforward premise?
She is so much more than just a princess.
You can't just say that. Not when everything here is so wrong. Listen to me. My job is to describe facts as facts and to guide you through your job, which is to slay the princess and through that action, save the entire world. And if you're going to slay her, you cannot let fear creep into your heart. You cannot lose yourself before you even get to her. Oh, ho, ho, ho. You've piqued my interest. What's going to happen if we lose ourselves?
Wait, what did you say? Oh. You cannot let fear creep into your heart. You cannot lose yourself.
Nothing, because you're going to pull yourself together.
When I move the mouse around, everything's jumbled.
Just ignore the stressful geometry and stay calm.
Oh, that's trippy.
How? Even if we closed our eyes, you're constantly describing it to us. I'm not going to stop doing my job, so you're just going to have to get better at yours. And quickly, if you don't mind. Yes, take a deep breath. I'm all for getting under his skin, but we'll miss out on loads of fun if we shrivel up into a ball and go insane the first time we see something weird. What you're seeing here is obviously real. Just accept it and go with the flow. It really isn't hard.
Okay, let me just take the knife and go kill it.
Okay.
I'll surprise her with it.
Okay, I'm fine. Good. Now, whenever you're ready, we're all waiting for you to complete a very important task.
Okay, I'm done with the mirror thing. It's the same every time.
You take the blade from the table. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Okay, fine, you took the knife, but you really shouldn't hold it like that.
How am I holding it?
Then how are we supposed to hold it? The other way, thumb at the bottom. Will look much cooler and more serious if we hold it with our thumb at the bottom. It really doesn't matter how you hold the blade, as long as you have it. Just make a choice.
It should be like a slasher movie. Oh, so it's like... So if this is my hand, it's like either blade is like this, or... It's either blade is like this, or blade is like that. Am I carrying it like overhand or underhand? Yeah, I'll do keep the grip as way as it is.
Great. You keep your grip the way it is. Your task awaits.
I don't want to be like a slasher movie villain. Okay, for the sake of, just because every time is slightly different, I'll approach the mirror and see what the contrarian has to say.
Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime.
I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
But there was a mirror a second ago.
Contrarian?
And now it's gone. You know that taking the mirror away from us isn't going to change things, right? We'll find it again, and then we'll see whatever it is that you don't want us to see.
Throw the blade out the window. Okay, take the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a web of branching staircases all built from unidentifiable materials. Nothing here seems to belong, and the closer you examine your surroundings, the more confused you get.
I get a feeling this
Your
princess
head
is going to be
throbbing with
hard
the
to
effort
kill.
of making sense of this place. None of the stairs even seem to go anywhere, let alone down. The air here has a sickening, almost sludge-like miasma to it, the kind of indiscernible quality that comes from the blending together of every scent there is at once. An odour that is simultaneously everything and yet the sum of it all coalescing into a thick, nauseating nothing. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favour.
He says that every time, too.
Her voice, a disquieting collage of tone and personality, drags up the stairs.
Hello? Hi. What are you doing here? Are you here to kill?
No, thank you.
No, I'm out of here.
Don't be such a baby. I don't want to do this. Let's just turn around and leave.
Wow, the voice of the hero is scared.
This feels like a trap. Like whatever we do, we're gonna die.
I know that's how it feels, but yeah.
But we already tried turning around and leaving, didn't we? And he threw up a wall. No way to go but forward. And whatever choice we make, whatever she is, We know one thing for sure.
It's like the voice of the hero. He doesn't remember the previous things, but he has like some like subconscious memory of like everything we've been through. Because it's always me and the hero when we get to the mirror.
And what's that? That the fate of the world hinges on your success? There'll still be plenty of ways to ruin his day.
Ooh. These stairs are too hard. These stairs are too soft. This one is just right. Got some Goldilocks stairs here. I'll take the center staircase.
You step onto the center staircase. Paths wind out around you in all directions, each step branching into its own staircases, which branch into their own staircases, and so on. You aren't quite sure if yours is taking you up or down, but at the very least, it's taking you somewhere. You concentrate on where you are, careful not to stray onto any of the many splitting branches that tempt you on all sides. You wouldn't want to have to backtrack to yours once you'd made a decision that took you someplace else. And so you take one careful, focused step after another. 1 foot down, another foot down, another after that.
God, imagine this in VR.
You lose yourself in following the correct pattern, in following what looks to be the true path, the one that cuts straight down, or up, or maybe sideways. But no matter the direction it goes, it certainly is the most true path. You know that much.
What?
You slowly lose sense of yourself the further you go.
What the fuck?
Time disappears, and you can feel yourself begin to untether.
What the hell?
Physical sensations dull and then vanish, until the only things experienced are
everything's turning into a rough sketch.
Patterns and emotions of the journey, a continuous march forward to a destination long forgotten. Consumption and betrayal, skepticism and blind devotion, rivalry and submission, terror and longing, pain and unfamiliarity. And at the heart of it all, an emotion that can only be described as...
Can I help you?
What the hell was that? What happened to us?
Huh?
I feel so strange. Like I'm fundamentally different, but also still the same person I was at the top of the stairs.
That kind of scared me. It just went to this dark area real fast.
Oh well, that was a trip, but now it's over. Time to get back to our old devilish ways.
Yeah.
The princess, eyes bright but otherwise shrouded in darkness, watches you impatiently from the other side of the basement. Don't forget why you're here.
Am I gonna get jump scared in this video?
And why are we here again? In case you weren't listening, I'm afraid I lost myself on the way down.
We're here to slay her.
You're here to... He's just being an ass. We remember. Though I'm still not sure if we should trust you. Let's talk to her for a bit. Try and get our bearings. She seems normal.
Nah, we gotta kill her. Getting down here was weird. Like I was pulled apart and put back together. For all I know, you're locked down here for a reason. Do you know why you're down here? Do you know what happened to me?
I don't remember what it was like before I was in this place. Why would I know what happened to you? We're probably stuck down here forever, aren't we? There's no way out, and barely a way in.
As the princess speaks again, it's almost as if she fractures, and where there was once just one of her, there is now another. We can do that? I don't like this. It's those cabins all over again. Can we put her back? You said you'd been here before, right? What exactly happened last time?
We have not been here before, narrator.
Does it matter?
This is way different.
Yes, it matters. But I'm not going to waste any more time prying out details if you're going to be so irritating about it. It seems to me like you saw something you weren't supposed to have seen. If only you'd listened to whatever words of wisdom you were given in that other reality. But what's done is done, isn't it?
God, this game is so cool.
Whatever you saw last time, unsee it. Whatever thoughts weaseled their way into your head, unthink them.
Which one do we kill?
Too late.
Is that one even
You
real?
have a job to do here, and you need to do it now. Ooh, new plan. Let's see if we can make even more of her.
I like that idea. I'm getting you out of here. I don't know what you are, but I can't trust you. I can't trust anything here. Oh, why are those two tied together? Those... Okay, that's probably a bug they have to patch. What's your name?
Princess. It doesn't matter. I've been down here for so long. What's the point of a name if there's no one around to use it?
There's more of you now.
There must be something wrong with you. I'm the same as I was a moment ago. I don't feel like I've gotten any bigger. And what's that supposed to mean? Are you trying to get under my skin?
Oh.
She fractures again. I don't like where this is going.
I do.
Neither do I. Which is why you need to slay her now before things get more complicated than they already are. How would we even do that? Where would we start? You could always start by stabbing her.
Yeah, but if these two are real, they might stop me.
Her? Any of them. I don't know about you, but I'm sure glad we took that knife with us. I can't believe someone suggested you toss it out the window. Can you imagine? I don't think we're going to be able to put her back. Kind of hurts to think about it, doesn't it? It's like everything we say just multiplies her. It certainly looks that way, so please, for the love of everything, stop asking her questions and stop stalling. You're obviously just making things worse.
Yeah, but... I keep saying I'm gonna kill her, but... Oh, there's three that are tied together. Slay the princess.
Wait, that's not right. Go on. You take a step forward. Your foot lands, but it lands different.
Oh, that was
You
intentional.
experience a firm footfall, a gentle tread, a confident stride.
Those three combined choices were
You feel
intentional.
yourself
It fractured
rupture.
me.
The room spins, your perception multiplying in a sickening kaleidoscope as your very self is pulled in
Oh my God, that's brilliant.
incomprehensibly many directions.
That's brilliant.
All at once you charge forward, knife aiming to slay the princess just as you strike at her bindings and leave her to languish alone. Is this what the end of the world looks like? What an unbearable mess.
Everything, everywhere, all at once. You ever seen that movie?
But this... We can't...
Huh?
Do you not have anything witty to say? I could use a good bit of wit right now.
Okay, they're combining.
No, I don't, because this isn't fun. How are we supposed to have fun if everything is happening at the same time? It's the same as nothing happening, and nothing is excruciating.
Narrator, what do you have to say?
Luckily for all of us, nothing and everything doesn't go on forever. The world and the princess collapse in on themselves before it all
Huh?
falls apart. I
Oh,
think he's gone. We were never going to salvage this, were we?
What happened to us? What are we? There are parts of us that are dead, and others, they just don't fit. They just don't fit.
The salami lid.
Ain't gonna fit, won't fit. So the salami lid won't fit the salami lid.
We can feel them moving around in spaces they don't belong. It's all so uncomfortable.
Oh my God.
Did you do this? Did we do this? Can you pull us back apart? Can you fix us?
The multi-princess
We should
vessel.
help her. I think we did this.
Nothing we can do now. She's part of the vessel.
Surprisingly sincere. I didn't actually think our actions had consequences. It's a little late for regret, isn't it?
Multiple hands. Take her away.
Please.
I don't think you're supposed to be fixed. I like that. That's cryptic. Bye-bye. That's an insane vessel. The illusion of choice. When everything is possible, nothing is.
She's gone.
Wait, what did that say? But you'll never know if she hears your reply. She's gone. Memory returns.
And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Approach the mirror. I'm gonna be fractured in the mirror. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave. You've unraveled. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. You are at the cabin.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. We're supposed to be there.
Yeah, we just found out there's walls to this place.
Do you know what we'll find out there?
Is that a rhetorical question? Do you know? Do you want to tell me? There's trees and stars, and there are people. At least there are supposed to be people. Do you think anything is real out there? Do you think that we're real? Do you know what's going to happen when you awaken? When you send me back, I'm not alone. There are voices that speak to me. Some of them are me, but one of them is something else. I call him the narrator, and he wants me to kill you. Do you have a narrator? Have the vessels had one? If this is the last stage before your completion, then I'm not going back.
There is a warmth and sadness in me at the thought of people. Fresh tears on a winter's day. They are not like us. They do not last.
Do you think that we're real?
We are real. Nothing is an idea that dwells in the absence of something. But nothing cannot exist on its own. And because of that, nothing can't exist.
Wow, that's deep. That's pretty deep. Do you have thoughts on this vessel?
These ones are a contradiction, a winding kaleidoscope of paths and walls. They are stretched into a shape not unlike me, but it is a shape they cannot hold. They will make for a rich and vibrant heart. Do not mourn them, for they will finally get to know themselves.
Do you have a narrator as well? There are voices that speak to me.
No, their thoughts are quiet. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
It's not really clear how omniscient the narrator is. I'm not sure what he knows beyond. All I know is he knows more than me, but not any of this stuff because he's not here. The narrator probably constructed the walls, and he knows that I'm just here to slay the princess, and that this is some kind of test or something. He does. I don't know why, but I know this. I don't know what I'm going to do when I find him. When I find him, you and I are finally going to have answers. When I find him, I'm going to kill him. He does, but you're going to keep that to yourself.
Do not look to one who fears me for your truth. The only answers worth knowing are those we can find within ourselves.
Wow, very philosophical. How many more vessels do I need to bring you?
One. Whatever you bring me next will be enough.
Oh, shit.
And then gravity will pull the others back to me. I will be singular. A final multitude.
Yo, next video is the finale. 5 episodes. We got it. Got this on lock. Slay the Princess, a Telltale series. Telltale could never make something this complex. Do you know what's going to happen when you awaken?
No. The point of awakening is to find out.
Good point, yeah. If this is the last time, is there anything you would like me to bring you?
These gifts are a conversation, and each one shows me the contours of your heart. The only thing I want to see is what you choose for me when the thread is fully drawn.
I'm ready to go back.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are. I will be here, waiting for you.
Everything goes dark and you die. A spiral vessel. Wow. Wowie zowie.
You're on a path in the woods. And at the end of that path, you're here.
Okay, I'll save that for next time. See you next time for the Slay the Princess finale.